Alright, what is good, YouTube, man? I'm back, and now in today's video, bro, I have something special. I'm going to be giving y'all my top 10 characters in Multiversus right now. These are my top 10. This is my personal opinion, but I do want to say a couple of things. Now, if your character or if the character you main is not on this list, don't take it the wrong way. It doesn't mean that they're a bad character or anything like that. I just don't really think that they're like top tier in my opinion. Also, so using any of these characters on this list will not make you meta, will not make you a top tier player. It comes from straight up using a character and adding skill to it. And also, I know there's going to be people wondering if Mori's on the list. No, he's a relatively new character, and I don't want to, just slap him on the list out of nowhere because he has really mixed opinions right now. But look, let's get right into this. Alright, now at the number 10 spot, I had to give it to Iron Giant. It's a fact. Iron Giant is one of the best characters in the game. If y'all were wondering who I was going to substitute out for Iron Giant, it was Jake. But no, Iron Giant is completely way better in my opinion. His moveset, his kit, everything about him, and being one of the heaviest characters in the game already makes him one of the most OP characters. He has been nerfed way too many times, and it basically has done nothing because he's still basically in the meta for a top 10 character. He works too good with almost everyone in 2v2. You compare him with just about anyone, it doesn't matter, and he'll do good 100% of the time. Even Multiversus themselves have came out and said that Iron Giant is completely abnormally having a high win to loss ratio, which is kind of insane at all skill levels. But look, coming in at the number 9 spot, I have to give it to Shaggy. Now, knowing that Shaggy is one of the most basic characters in the game, he also can be one of the best characters in the game at the same time. Giving him, giving his character to whoever it may be, whether it be a good player, bad player, I think relatively anyone can do good with Shaggy because of how basic his kit is, which is really, really, really good. Just because he has a basic kit does not make him a bad character. If you, main him and start to get good with them, he can do really good stuff, especially his charge ability, which makes him even more overpowered than what he already is because of how basic he is to learn and how fast he is to use. His little charge ability makes his, specials even more powerful, making his character even more overpowered. I'm telling y'all, if y'all see a Shaggy, bro, it's probably most likely going to be a hard match, especially if they're like level 15 plus. Anyway, coming in at the number 8 spot, I have Arya. Now, Arya is per se the lightest character in the game, which can honestly put her below Shaggy, but the skill gap between, Shaggy mains and Arya mains is pretty high because Arya, in my opinion, is one of the most, not skilled players in the game, but one of the most hardest characters to use next to Tom and Jerry and Morty. Arya is probably one of the best characters in my opinion. Her combo game is insane. You can literally off-map people in one combo if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, chances are it'll probably be more difficult, obviously leading you to die, which is pretty sad because it's the honest truth. If you spend hours in the lab trying to get used to her character, you'll probably be not answering the fact that all these hours you're spending in the lab won't really transfer over to actual gameplay with Arya because being in the lab and playing with any character in the game is completely different. So the more experience y'all get with Arya, the more better you obviously will be. That's why I have her at the number 8 spot. Next character on my list is Harley Quinn, or Harley Quinzel, whatever you want to call her. She is easily a top number 7 pick to go with in this game. She might be one of the lightest characters along with Morty and Arya, but she is extremely fire in my opinion. Her combo game arguably is one of the best in the game. She can easily kill. She has a nice up bat attack just like Bugs Bunny, which makes her easily one of the best characters in the game. She's easy to kill with. None of her moves are really hard to understand. Her knockback on all her moves is pretty good. She has some nice on ground combos and everything like that. Her infinite combo, which is clearly going to get patched again, is one of the most solid things about her character. So if y'all want to pick up Harley, I'm 100% recommend y'all. Doesn't really matter what skill level, in my opinion. If y'all seen my ranking characters from easiest to hardest, y'all will see where I put Harley at. But in my opinion, I don't really think that she's too hard to get used to, and I recommend a lot of people use Harley. She's definitely one of the better characters in the game for sure. Coming in at number 6, we're getting close to that top 5, but coming in at number 6, I have Superman. Now, Superman, in my opinion, is he better than all of those other characters? Not too much, but could he destroy them in a 1v1 or in a 2v2? Yes, he could easily put down Harley, easily put down Arya, and somewhat put down Shaggy's if they don't really know what they're doing. But he could easily put down Arya and Harley, basically just because they're super light. And if you know what you're doing, you can literally off-map combo them with like, what, 20, 30, 40 health, and it's kind of crazy. He obviously could overpower Shaggy because of, you know, the armor that Superman has. It's just actually broken, which makes no sense. And 99% of the players that play Shaggy and Arya and them don't really put on armor breaking moves, so that literally makes Superman an easy top 6 character pick in the game. Iron Giant compared to Superman, it's relatively like who's the better all-around character, not just 2v2. But yeah, Superman is definitely at the number 6 spot in the game for me, in my opinion. I know that might make a lot of other people angry or whatever, but it's okay because this is my opinion. I hope y'all can respect it. But look, coming in at number 5, I have to give this spot to Wonder Woman. Based off of her most recent weight buff, she easily, and I mean easily, is a number 5 character in the game. She is now one of the heaviest characters in the game. She also can spawn her own armor for a little bit of seconds. Her lasso can be used in way too many different ways. It doesn't even make sense. It automatically puts her as one of the best characters in the game. Now, being that her kit is kind of basic, more say like Shaggy, but more basic than Shaggy's, in my opinion, there is some upsides to her because of her weight buff and how easy it is to use her character, which she is one of the most easiest characters in the game. Along with her kit being extremely basic, she is also a really good character along with Shaggy. But in my opinion, Wonder Woman is just in a different league, and a lot of pro players is picking her up recently, which is obviously the reason why I'm saying that she's top 5. And it's true, she definitely is top 5. In the beginning of the game, not so much, because how basic she was and how she had basically no buffs, it was kind of not looking good for her. Batman is number 4. At number 4, obviously, it's Batman. It just has to be Batman. Like, I can't put him above the top 3. He definitely has to be a number 4 character in the game. I see Batman mains in general complaining, oh, he needs more weight. Why would you want to give him more weight when he already has a Batarang, a Bat Bomb, and an overpowered up special? And he has overpowered ground combat, and he's also the quickest character in the game. Now you want him to be heavy? That just doesn't even make sense to me. It honestly doesn't. If you want to make him heavy, being that he's a human and he doesn't really have cartoon physics as much, because in the comics he doesn't really have that cartoon physics thing, you would have to make Arya, Harley, and Morty more heavy, which is not going to happen no time soon. So definitely Batman is a number 4 character in the game based off just his Batarang and his Bat Bomb alone, and his grapple gun, which is even more overpowered if you know what you're doing. Number 3, I have to give it to Velma. Velma is easily probably the best 2's character in the game by far. Next to Iron Giant, she definitely is the best 2's character in the game. Doesn't matter who you pair her with, she goes crazy. They tried patching her multiple times. It basically did not work. Velma is definitely a number 3 character in this game. Her moveset is kind of overpowered in my opinion. It's just insane of what she can really do. Like, the amount of things she can do. She holds her own in 1v1, free-for-all, and 2v2. And that just sets enough. Coming in at number 2, I have to give it to Tom and Jerry. Do I have to say anymore? Literally, not only did Wonder Woman and Tom and Jerry win the Evo tournament of this year, which was a 100K tournament, he also has been the best character, and he also is the hardest character in the game next to Morty to master in this game. Hence the reason why he is one of the best characters in the game and has been since the game dropped. making him probably the best character or close to the best character in the game. And right below, Bugs Bunny at number 1. There's not much I need to say about Bugs Bunny. He's been the top character in the game since the game dropped. He's been a fire character. His up bat, his moveset, his skill set, he's just way too OP to be a character in this game, in my opinion. He's just insanely good. I used to think he wasn't really too good when I first picked him up because you could easily just dog him with other characters in the beginning of the game. But now, how the meta has changed, and how people have gotten good with certain characters, and how certain characters are not really good in certain spots, and the nerfs and everything, Bugs Bunny is still the number 1 character in the game, and will probably be a top 5 character in this game for a lot more longer to come. That's a fact. But look, if y'all did enjoy my top 10 characters list, please drop a like on the video, and also subscribe to the channel, bro. We're trying to hit 10K, trying to get there as fast as possible. That's why I'm trying to stay active for y'all and everything like that. Turn on post notifications because I have more bangers coming soon. I am also going to drop a tip for every character in this game probably after this video, so stay active for that, bro. But I'm out. Peace.